The new faces and talent joining.
And let's...
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. And let's take a look at the last handful of seasons and the steal numbers for Paul George.
And when you see the tumble his steal totals have taken the last few years, you can see that he's gotten away from playing the kind of gritty, hard-nosed D he was known for. That's an aspect of his game he needs to get back.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. And for the Clippers, Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Jackson passes to Zubac. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Greg, tonight's game, like so many, could come down to the three-point shooting. There are debates as to whether that style alone can win you a championship. What do you think?
You know, there will never be a substitute for balance, but I just think with the evolution of the skill that we see in our game, the coaches and players being so smart, you do want to keep the opponents guessing, but let's face it, the three-point shot is here to stay. It's really simple math. 3 is more than 2.
Here's Leonard after Luka Doncic's bucket. Leonard the pass to Zubac. Back to Leonard. Porzingis with the steal. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Dallas, no good that time either. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Now coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Jackson against Doncic.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now, here's Batum. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now, he averages about 9 points a game. It's Jackson with the drive. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's a smart play Jackson will keep going back to. He knows he'll make it to the rim, get fouled, or maybe both.
Dallas making a switch here. Burks is checked in. Both free throws good from Jackson. Here's Doncic. He has 6. Cross contact on the... And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Doncic. Great positioning on the putback.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Hardaway with the steal. And now we've got the intentional foul. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Porzingis. Mavericks leading by 3. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Williams passes to Kennard. Count it.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And here are the Mavericks now after the basket by Los Angeles. Here's Cauley Stein, and it goes down 2 points. 6 points for Willie Cauley Stein.
Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
Here's Morris, and that one is good.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you inside, outside, and in transition.
To the paint, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Passes to Williams. Inside. Morris, no good. Mavericks leading by 5, and he commits the intentional foul. The Mavericks shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe, and that one falls for Burke. Burke hits them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Leonard against Hardaway. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Williams.
And don't sleep on Williams's ability to create for others. That's a veteran play.
Runs in the pass to Cauley Stein.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
The scoring fast and furious. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Mavericks.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also, how about the willingness to attack the basket and challenge the defense here tonight?
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Reggie Jackson out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Oturu in at the center, locking down the middle. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Yeah, on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
And, you know, one of the things about missing free throws is not only are you not getting points yourself, but it allows the other team to maintain momentum or keep a rally going.
Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Then for the Mavericks, Marjanovic checked in for Johnson. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And that one is good from Zubac.
And when you leave a man open, Batum finds it. Great feel for the game.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Hits the three-point bomb. Doncic has got the lead up to 10 now for Dallas. Jackson up top, guarded by Doncic. Leonard attacking, and foul on the... And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also, at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Pass to Richardson. Fires for three. He can't get that one to fall. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. And that will be the middle game of this three-game homestand. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Stolen by Zubac. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. A shot by Batum. No good. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Paul George is checked in for Luke Kennard. Dallas also making some changes. Porzingis comes in for Marjanovic. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Hardaway. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good work there as it goes.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
And the dunk by Zubac.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and, Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And, boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
Dallas moving the ball around. Back to Doncic. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Boy, what a brilliant find by Doncic.
Clippers trail by 12. George passes to Zubac. And stolen by Cauley-Stein. Here's Richardson. Excellent D there from George. The Clippers shooting at 50% in a decent groove. And that's an intentional foul. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. And he makes the first.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example.
Dallas making a switch here. Brunson's checked in. Outside, Porzingis. It's Richardson on the wing. He kicks it to Cauley-Stein. It's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Williams passes to Patterson. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got his 3rd assist on the night. Brunson with it. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Now the pass to Finney-Smith. Over to the wing. Leonard with the steal. Got it off in time. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the first quarter was all about Willie Cauley-Stein. He had 14 points. And that'll...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, one half to go. It's been one outstanding game from Willie Cauley-Stein.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Guys, he's been in beast mode down low, asserting his will. The defense has been helpless, unable to slow him down.
On the floor for Dallas, Trey Burke is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Cauley-Stein in at the center position. Dallas making a switch here. Doncic is checked in. And that was a great replay we just saw of our mobile one block.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Outside for Jackson. Pass to George. From downtown. Rebounded by Hardaway. Dallas leading by 10. Passes it to Cauley-Stein. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Clippers. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Monday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks.
And for that game against the Spurs, even though they should get the win, I would expect it to be a bit of a battle. Just because they are favored doesn't mean it's an automatic W.
Here's Jackson, and the lead is down inside single digits. Jackson's got 5 now.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
It's George on the wing. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Doncic looking it over. Hardaway finds Doncic. Now here's Hardaway. Takes the 3. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Hardaway has got his first 3 points of the game.
You know, with good shooting form and technique and a knack for scoring, Hardaway Jr. is confident with the deep ball.
Doncic against Jackson. It's rebounded by Dallas.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Jackson against Hardaway. Just 5 to shoot. Dishes to Cauley-Stein. Here's Burke. Off target with his 3.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Marjanovic checked in for Cauley-Stein. Porzingis comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Trey Burke. And it's Richardson in for Doncic. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Richardson the bounce pass. Finney-Smith passes to Hardaway. Dallas moving the ball around. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but You know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Trey Burke's checked in for Dallas. Porzingis kicks to Burke. Porzingis kicking it over. Pass to Finney-Smith. Dallas again missing. Clippers trail by 10. Here's George. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. George has got 4 points this quarter.
And George is very capable at knocking down difficult shots. I mean, because of his size and stroke and ball handling and his added strength, he's able to shoot over good defense and knock them down.
And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA in team free throws. The Clippers #1.
You can't be careless when you play them. I mean, no wasted opportunities at the line. It's a team effort, and they're getting it done.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Mann's checked in for Los Angeles. They've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. And Williams, here we go. Oturu, the pass to Kennard. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Right side, Williams. It's tipped.
Richardson showing you his defensive anticipation there with the block shot.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Burke. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game to the left side wing. Over in the corner, Porzingis. From outside, off the mark. Williams in the post. And the layup's good off the glass. Williams has got his first bucket of the night.
Sliding his way inside. Williams taking advantage of that late reaction by the defense.
2 points. That one goes.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Mavericks. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his guys.
Hey, we're doing a good job of keeping our bodies.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Morris is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Williams. And it's Mann in at the 1. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. He had a nice open look right there. Morris has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Clippers. And here's Brunson. And there's the call on Lou Williams. That'll be his second foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Porzingis is coming in for James Johnson. And Doncic is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Brunson the pass to Cauley-Stein. 4 on the clock. With the tip, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
Excellent awareness of where to be on the offensive boards. He did it with great position.
Leonard dishes to Batum. Back to Leonard. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession.
And Cauley-Stein has drawn comparisons to Tyson Chandler due to his length and athleticism. It's important he continues to get better.
George is checked in for Los Angeles. Williams comes in for Reggie Jackson. And Dallas with a change here too. Hardaway's checked in. And Doncic throws it down.
Well, the main weapon in Doncic's attack, he really excels at finding lanes and then taking advantage of them.
Williams against Doncic. Right side, Batum. Over Porzingis, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, a confident shooter who does a little of everything, Batum is a valuable cog who plays his role well.
And both free throws good for Nicholas Batum. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Now, here's Doncic. To the middle. Here's Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Zubac is checked in. Right side, Porzingis. To the inside. Here's Cauley Stein.
And Cauley Stein, so explosive around the rim. Hard to defend without fouling.
He's off on the first.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the lead. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line.
Williams kicks to Batum. Williams looking over the floor. Over in the corner, Batum. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Mavericks leading by 12. Pass to Brunson. Back to Hardaway. Dallas moving it around. But they'll get another chance. It's tipped. Here's Leonard. Banked in off the glass.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
Doncic against Williams. Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Shot clock at 5. Doncic outside. And Doncic throws it down.
Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fella really has a lot of game.
Here's George. And George with the stuff.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
The shot by Cauley Stein, no good. Clippers trail by 10 to the paint. Here's Leonard. Oh, what a play! Woo!
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Doncic against Williams. Now, here's Doncic. He's guarded closely. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Dallas.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And not only are they on their way to winning this game, this also gives them a win in the season series.
Yeah, I don't think we can overstate how significant that was for them today. I mean, beating a conference opponent 3 out of 4 times, that's no easy feat.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Willie Cauley-Stein.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
Feeds it to Cauley-Stein. Out to Porzingis. The 3. Cauley-Stein. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it. Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
So we see the Mavericks get the win here. And in the win, a comfortable win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for Luka Doncic.
And guys, he's regressed a little bit offensively. He hasn't been the same this month as he was earlier in the season. He's lacking the edge that he had, and he needs to change his mindset. Stop sitting back and get into attack mode.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Willie Cauley-Stein. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the one. Now here's James. He really played well in that last game against Charlotte. Porzingis with the rebound. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Dallas. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and last time out, they sort of shot themselves in the foot with the foul trouble. That was what led to them having such an ugly scoreline.
Oh, yeah, the guys, they need to lead the way. They spent far too much time on the bench. I mean, they'll be more careful than that.
And it's the Mavericks on the break. Doncic leading the charge. And the dunk by Doncic.
Oh, yeah, high IQ basketball from Richardson. Values the easy assist over a risky shot.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And that one's good. Schroeder. Well, we know, Chris, most teams are who they are at this point of the season. But there are some teams that are still trying to figure themselves out.
Yeah, that's often the result of a star getting injured or a teammate getting traded or a chemistry issue. But those situations can be frustrating for everyone.
Lets it go from deep. Dallas keeping it alive. A fresh 14. Out to Doncic. 6 to shoot.
I thought that one was going to go down. Mid-range jumpers, oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Defends the shot and grabs the rebound. About as big an impact as you can have on a possession.
Morris dishes to Caldwell Pope. Kicks it out to James. Goes up to the stripe. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
A nice shot by LeBron.
If you're the defense, what can you do? James is too strong, too focused on these finishes.
Doncic against Schroeder. And the dunk by Doncic.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
And it's Schroeder missing.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
Porzingis looking it over. Passes it to Cauley-Stein. Again, the Mavericks score.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And here in the first quarter with a little over 3.5 minutes played. And that one's good. Schroeder. So for Dallas, their last game a win against the Clippers. To the wing right side. Doncic finds Richardson. Dallas moving the ball around. Back to Porzingis. Pass to Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Oh, man, such a quick and explosive leaper. Cauley Stein throws it down with ease.
55 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's James. Pass to Morris. Over Richardson. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
You know, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should be easy.
Gasol kicks to Morris. Gasol with it. Now defended by Cauley Stein. Gasol's shot is good.
Using that big body. I mean, Gasol able to absorb contact. That's what you want from your big man.
There's 18 seconds left in the first. Feeds it to Cauley Stein. Schroeder against Doncic. Here's Cauley Stein. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Dennis Schroeder.
You got to give major props to Cauley Stein for using his effective shot fake to draw the defense off the ground. Once they are in the air, he simply just goes up on them.
Cauley Stein hits them both. 5 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Caruso. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
Good length and instincts. Cauley Stein can...
And so it's Dallas with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We've got more in store for you right after this. And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
Harrell is out there with Jones. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Horton Tucker in at the 2 spot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Count that one.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Here's Caruso. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. The feed now to Harrell. And that one is off. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Burke, the pass to Powell. Marjanovic kicks to Burke. Shot from free throw range. Marjanovic. Great positioning on the putback.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. And the basket by Jones.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Now here's Brunson. Guarded closer. Outside Hardaway. 6 on the shot clock. Unloads. Horton Tucker with the rebound. Lakers trail by 8. Here's Caruso. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Caruso's got his first bucket in this one.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
Brunson scanning the floor. Down low. Here's Powell. Here's Marjanovic. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And, Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
And fouled as he went up to the... And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Brunson scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Hardaway, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Johnson with the defensive effort.
If he was shooting even a little bit better, the story of this game would be a lot different.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Markieff Morris is checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Porzingis comes in for James Johnson. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Here's LeBron. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go home.
I love how fierce James is, a ferocious dunk artiste.
Doncic with it. 6 points for him. Dishes it to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
Nice shot by James.
Biggest fear any opponent has. I mean, watching LeBron go to work inside, I mean, you know what the results are going to be.
Doncic against Schroeder. Doncic looking it over. In the corner, it's Richardson. He gets it in there.
Methodical.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first quarter was all about Willie Cauley-Stein. He had 10 points. That's all for now.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Without question, Willie Cauley-Stein displaying his skills tonight.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. They've got Porzingis. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Cauley-Stein, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Richardson kicks to Porzingis. Now the pass to Finney-Smith. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Cauley-Stein against Gasol. Cauley-Stein dishes to Richardson. Offline with the baseline jumper. And so Gasol will bring it up for the Lakers. 8-point game. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them. The Maverick shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. And here is Doncic. 6 points for him. Top of the key, Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Passes it to Finney Smith. Cauley-Stein dishes to Doncic. Kicks it to Richardson. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Buries it from three-point range. Porzingis has got the lead up to 11 now for the Mavs. Here's Caruso, guarded by Doncic. Morris passes to Gasol. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Gasol's got 6 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
Team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. Here's Caruso. After the basket by Willie Cauley-Stein.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 6. And the dunk by Doncic.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to hammer it down.
And here is Los Angeles now. The Mavericks making the shot. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Gasol. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Markieff Morris. And Tavius Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso. And the Lakers making a change here. James is checked in and stolen by LeBron. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut to just 7 on the basket from Schroeder.
Open court basketball at his best. The D slow to catch up, and the assist leads him right to the bucket.
Burke, the pass to Marjanovic. 2 free throws coming up, and now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Nails the baby hook. Marjanovic has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Oh, I like the bounce pass there. He's getting creative.
The drive by James.
James is like a freight train moving to the rim. He's so effective at getting the D to hit him when he's on the attack.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, I like the chess match that's going on here. Each team trying to find and exploit the favorable matchup on the floor.
Dallas making a switch here. Free throw good, James.
For all those people waiting for LeBron to start showing his age, you might not want to start holding your breath. This man's got a lot of time left in this thing.
Mavericks leading by 7. Pass to Marjanovic. Back to Burke. He dishes it to Hardaway. He's looking for Harrell and finds him. And here we go. LeBron heading to the hoop. And there's the foul to try to stop the break. And that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up. And they'll retain possession. Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line. Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second despite being down.
And stolen by LeBron. And finished off by LeBron.
The way James dominates on the offensive end, making it look effortless tonight.
Hardaway with a wide open look. And that one released in time, but no good. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. It's Dallas up. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. They've got Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Jones is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Horton Tucker in at the small forward position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Here's Schroeder. The Mavericks making the shot. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Masterful at timing. When to go after offensive rebound. Kuzma excels at getting the right position.
Caldwell-Pope against Brunson. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
A different look for Dallas. Cauley Stein comes in for Dwight Powell. And Porzingis subbed in for Johnson. Schroeder looking around. He feeds it to Harrell. Back to Schroeder. Elbow shot is on the way. And right on target with the swish.
Nice play call there. Down the stretch, getting him the open look.
Yeah, and when the game is tight, you can see why they go to him. And by the way, where was the defense on that play?
Now, here's Doncic. Gasol with the steal. Fast break, the Lakers. Harrell kicks to Caldwell-Pope. It's not going to go for him. Dallas leading by 5. Porzingis finds Brunson. That one good for 2. Brunson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
Here's LeBron and the dunk by James.
James is just remarkable, showing no remorse when he's attacking the rim.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Doncic with it. He's picked up by James. And it's out of bounds to the Mavericks as Dallas retains possession. The Lakers making a switch here. Horton Tucker's checked in. Outside, Porzingis. Back to Cauley Stein.
Oh, man. Cauley Stein is just a workhorse down inside. And because of his efforts, he earns a lot of tough foul calls in the process.
And he knocks down the first one. Alex Caruso is checked in for the Lakers. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Lakers trail by 7. And he banks in the layup.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but defensively, neither side has been able to adjust, and that's reflected in the score.
Now, here's Doncic. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
The drive by James and finished off by LeBron.
I love how James takes hold of these possessions. When his team needs a basket, he steps up to the plate.
Doncic against LeBron. Here's Porzingis. Back to Doncic. And the basket is good. 14 points for Luka Doncic.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
Now here's James. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And there's no fear in Gasol. I mean, he welcomes the chance to take the shot.
1:33 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Out to Hardaway to the inside. Dallas moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Brunson, good. Brunson's got 7 now in this quarter.
He does all the little things. I mean, he does the big things. I mean, he's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
James looking around. Shoots over Doncic. LeBron dishes to Harrell. The drive by James. Count it!
Oh, you got to love the poise of James, a master at executing in clutch situations.
There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Doncic. Wide open look. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And the Mavericks lead by 7. Caruso, the pass to Gasol. James against Doncic. It's LeBron. Oh, that was an impressive throw down.
Such blinding speed on the drive. I mean, James is a force of nature when he's on the attack.
Pass to Cauley-Stein. Brunson kicks to Doncic. To the left wing. A 3 from Porzingis. Cauley-Stein. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's LeBron. Yes!
Oh, come on, you can't allow James to get position down low. Once he does, he's looking to dunk it.
And Doncic, here we go. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game. LeBron outside. Off the mark. And so it's Dallas winning this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining. stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Cauley Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Doncic. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. Lillard from deep three-point land. Porzingis with the rebound. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Covington with the steal. Greg, too early to start talking about MVP for this year? We're mid-season.
You know, we've gotten to a point now where we start talking MVP to start the season. You know, people just love to talk sports at this point, especially when it comes to the most prestigious individual awards out there. I think you can make a case and sway some opinions with your play this time of year, but I like to let it all play out before I start focusing on that.
Things can change in a hurry, can't they, in a season?
Yes, they can.
Like you say, let it play out. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Here's Lillard. Nice D from Doncic.
Well, it can't get worse than this. 0 for 4 to start.
It's deflected.
Encouraging to see Cantor trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Ennis.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Here's Cauley Stein, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like. And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent, and now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Out to Porzingis. Here's the 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Nice shot by Porzingis.
Well, that's a good, strong finish. Porzingis not shying away from getting after it.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Back to Lillard, and stolen by Richardson. Cauley Stein up top. Kicks it out to Richardson. Back to Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Lillard attacking, and Lillard throws it down.
Gives the team such a great element having a 1 guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now here's Lillard. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against New Orleans.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy. This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
A different look for Dallas. James Johnson's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
On the wing, Johnson. Some nice passing here by Dallas. On the wing, Johnson. And Cantor pulls it down. Last game for the Mavericks, they picked up the W against the Clippers.
Well, you saw how dialed up they were from distance. The defense just couldn't get out to everyone.
And that explains their three-point percentage. They had more than a few players giving the defense absolute fits from range.
If they time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters. And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Trailblazers trail by 7. Lillard with it. Hardaway picks him up. There's 31 seconds left here in the first quarter. Lillard attacking, and it's in there. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now, here's Burke. And right now, he's averaging about 7 points a game. Pass to Marjanovic. Shot clock at 6. Hardaway with a wide-open look. Off target from outside. Hardaway with the steal. And that does it for the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 4 from Portland. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. Greg, he is...
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this game?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got Rodney Hood, Robert Covington out there with Jones, and it's Trent in at the shooting guard.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Here's Marjanovic, fires from deep. The Mavericks rebound, and there's the pass to Hardaway. Powell with it, back to Brunson. Pass to Marjanovic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Doncic missing. Portland trailing here. On the wing, Jones. Pass to Covington. Powell with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Hardaway kicks to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
Here's Simons. Got a piece of it. And he recovers it. Pass to Trent. Left side, Jones. Another shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
There's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic, and a pretty pass right there.
McCollum against Doncic. Jones. That fall. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And the pass to Finney-Smith. They get it again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
McCollum outside.
Come get it, come get it.
Kicks it to Jones. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Jones has got 4 points now in the quarter.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Hardaway finds Doncic. Back to Hardaway. Here's Doncic. Hardaway passes to Doncic. That one goes in. Doncic has got 8 points.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
And here's McCollum for 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball.
What a basketball mind when you think about Luka Doncic. This guy in the break is exploiting defenses.
McCollum kicks to Jones. Back to McCollum. Jacks up a 3. And no good. And it's Dallas the other way. The feed to Hardaway. Dallas moving it around. Finney Smith can't get it to go. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Pass to Hood. Kicks it out to Covington. Passes to Trent. Back to Covington. McCollum outside. And it's off from 3-point range.
Wow, this defense is blanking him down the stretch, and that's certainly hurting his team's chances.
There's 10 seconds left in the second quarter. Out to the right wing. Pass to Hardaway from outside the arc. The shot, no good. So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Yeah, I think Coach calls his timeout right now because he's not happy with the distribution of shots. Difficult shots, contested shots. You've got to get a better offensive rhythm.
McCollum fires from way outside. Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And we are not going to... Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At one stretch in the opening period, they built up... Bad.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. We've got Doncic. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Richardson, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward.
And Cauley-Stein has drawn comparisons to Tyson Chandler due to his length and athleticism. It's important he continues to get better.
And a slam dunk by Richardson.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Here's Lillard, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Lillard's got 12 points in the game.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And here is Doncic. 10 points for him. Clock at 4. Porzingis can't hit. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. And Lillard kicks to Little. Lillard attacking, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Wait, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair
I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Up again, and Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got the lead up to 1 now for the Trailblazers.
I love that Cantor will pursue rebounds out of his area. This guy's such a powerful player who's willing to exert his will.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Now, here's Doncic. Not a lot of room. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 4 assists now tonight. Lillard from deep three-point land. And it's Lillard again missing.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
From deep, the long distance 3 is buried. Lillard's got 10 points here in the second half.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no fear when it comes to the deep 3.
And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Lillard outside. And stolen by Richardson. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Good on the bucket. Doncic has got it all tied up now for the Mavs.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. There's the pass to Simons. McCollum outside. Misses the 3. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Pass to Cantor. Now McCollum. 36 seconds left in the third. Lays it up and banks it in. McCollum's got 5.
Never seems to shy away from playing in attack mode. McCollum likes to keep the pressure on the D.
Dallas moving the ball around. Runs in the pass to Hardaway. Marjanovic kicks to Hardaway. Here's Burke. Dallas no good that time either. The Trailblazers have gone an even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Passes it to Simons. Now here's McCollum. Pass to Simons. With 2 seconds left, that falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 3rd assist on the night. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's see what he had to say.
Hey, if we get a stop, we're running up.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Anthony out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Robert Covington. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Trent in at the 2-guard position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
You know, a few more possessions like that one, and they can put the finishing touches on this game. They just have to have effective trips like that one.
Richardson gets a wide open look. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. McCollum deciding where to go with it. He dishes it to Covington. Kicks it out to McCollum. From deep three-point range. Offensive rebound. And Covington stays with it. Covington's got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers.
Robert Covington is as competitive as it gets, and he gets to the window there.
Back to Brunson. Richardson outside. Inside. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Cullen passes to Covington. Outside, Jones. McCollum outside. And the three ball is good. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Outside Hardaway. Back to Brunson. And foul on the shot. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Cantor comes in for Anthony, and Lillard subbed in for McCollum. And he lobs it up toward the rim, up high to stop the alley-oop.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Doncic kicks to Finney Smith. To the paint. Here's Marjanovic. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, we see a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week.
Giles checked in for the Trailblazers. Free throw drops for Marjanovic. On the dunk contest, we saw Michael Jordan take on Dominique Wilkins. These days, not as many star players are participating in these skills competitions, like Greg the slam dunk.
I think it's a great point you raised, Kevin, and I think in part because back in that era, you know, the reality is guys didn't make the kind of dollars they make today. And there was more risk, I guess, in the mindset of guys today, and they didn't want to take that challenge on. So I wish we would see more of our stars in the slam dunk contest, but I don't think that's going to be the case, unfortunately, as much as we all like to see it. Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however. 1:44 left to play here in the fourth. Poked loose. On deep. It's good from long range. Lillard's got 18 points just in the second half.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Trailblazers.
And it may be a comfortable win for them, but they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And, guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Lillard.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cauley Stein. Both teams will make substitutions. And a deep three from Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And the Mavericks with possession here. They trail by 18. Dallas moving the ball around. The putback. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Lillard from deep three-point land. Can't connect from long distance. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Oh, trying for it. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
Got a piece of it. Here's Johnson. Basket counts.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
From deep three-point range. No good on that one. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. And the Clippers looking good as they came into the arena. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Lou Williams.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Here are the five for the Clippers. Patrick Patterson is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Williams. And it's Leonard in at the small forward spot. And for the Mavericks, Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Cauley Stein in at the 5, roaming the paint. And Williams, here we go. Here's Patterson, back to Williams. He kicks it to Leonard. And the 3 off target. Dallas with the ball. It came. Oh my goodness! What a play!
That's just too easy. You got to offer more resistance. I mean, Hardaway Jr., very dangerous once he gets this type of position.
Here's Williams, and he uses the glass on the layup. Well, we all know, Clark, the travel in the NBA is just exhausting. It's just incredible how many miles these teams rack up.
Kevin, I tell you, some of the old-timers would say, hey, they travel in charter planes today and 5-star hotels. They haven't seen anything as far as rough travel. But you're right, it takes a toll. The players are well accustomed to navigating the cadence and rhythm of traveling and still being ready to play.
George passes to Leonard. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
And here are the Clippers now. Back to George. From deep. It's rebounded by Dallas. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
The shot by Williams, no good.
You know, currently they're just 1 of 5 from the field. That's not going to get it done.
Here's Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
But, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Outside Williams. He lobs it up, and the dunk by Zubac.
That's serving it up on the platter there. What a nice pass. A high percentage look was the result.
Williams with the steal. And George kicks to Leonard. Back to George. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
Here's Doncic. What a tremendous game he played against the Clippers. Richardson outside. Dallas moving it around. Here's Doncic. And it's good, 2 points. Doncic has got his second basket of the night.
Well, you can't let Doncic have these types of opportunities, guys. When you aren't close to him, this is what happens.
Patterson passes to Zubac. The shot, no good. Nice D from Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, you've got to push Porzingis out of the paint. If you don't, you're looking for trouble.
Williams dishes to Patterson. Leonard, that shot, no good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Here's Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Now, Doncic following the Porzingis miss from deep. Richardson kicks to Hardaway. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Cauley Stein. The fadeaway. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Porzingis. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Morris is checked in for Zubac. Now here's Leonard.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. This lost sense of time and the situation.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Cauley Stein. Dwight Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. And it's Burke in for Richardson. Jackson passes to Patterson. Back to Jackson. To the middle. Shot to stop the run.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. And he makes both free throws. Powell for three. And so it's Dallas in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've set the and buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for the Clippers right now, Batum is out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Marcus Morris. And there's Jackson. And it's Mann in at the point. Brunson scanning the floor. Powell, that's good. Powell's got the lead up to 12 now for the Mavs.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to, how about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Johnson. And it's Burke in for Richardson. And he makes that one.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Finney-Smith kicks to Burke. Pass to Finney-Smith. Now here's Kleber. Out left to the wing. Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Over to the left wing. Marjanovic down low. Kennard covering. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
Mavericks making a switch here. Owundu's checked in. Williams passes to Oturu. Got a hand on it. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And the Clippers making a switch here. Zubats is checked in. Leonard looking over the floor. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And at about 230 pounds, Leonard is a well-built specimen. Can absorb defenders like it's nothing.
That free throw good from Leonard. Greg, you played against some terrific players, including the late, great Kobe Bryant. I'd love to hear your thoughts on playing against Kobe.
I mean, his passing is still tough, I'm sure, for many to deal with because he was just taken from us at such a young age. but this guy was a ferocious competitor and someone who showed us in life and in tragedy that you need to make the most of every moment that we have here. You know, I just appreciated to really the fans getting to know Kobe once his career was over, because I think he was able to let his guard down a little bit and show us a lighter side, a more compassionate side.
That is an excellent point.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Williams from outside. They get it again.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Out to the wing. The pass to Brunson. Down low. Stolen by Zubac.
And he was camped in just the right spot to swipe that pass.
Oh, that was a strong dunk.
And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Yeah, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, to glide in and reverse it home like that, so sweet.
George passes to Zubac. That one falls.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
And here's Brunson. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And then for Los Angeles, Patterson, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. And it's Jackson in for Williams. Patterson dishes to Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Here's Cauley Stein. Out to Porzingis. A 3-ball. Rebound by the Clippers.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Nobody near George. From outside, off the mark. Dallas leading by 7. Here's Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Doncic against Jackson. Second shot opportunity. Zubac no good.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And, you know, this is what Powell does best. Establishes himself deep inside and jams it home.
Here's Jackson. The shot comes out.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. From the get-go, it was Dallas who came out strong. Their sharp focus and apparent preparation. And
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from Willie Cauley-Stein.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Guys, he's been in beast mode down low, asserting his will. The defense has been helpless, unable to slow him down.
Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And it's Cauley-Stein in at the 5 down low. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half. And there's Hardaway. That's good on the assist by Doncic. Hardaway has got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Mavs. Williams kicks to Zubac. Back to Williams. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Doncic with it. George picks him up, and so they foul intentionally. Morris is checked in for the Clippers. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Nails the wide-open jump shot. Doncic has got 6 points.
Boy, that jump shot is wet. Hold this, says Doncic. Any kind of airspace, and he's knocking that down. Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
Mavericks with the rebound. Porzingis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Doncic passes to CLA Stein. Dallas moving it around. Over in the corner, Doncic. And the call. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Johnson comes in for Porzingis. Richardson for 3. It doesn't go for him. And the Clippers will come the other way. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleber. And it's Porzingis in for Johnson. Patterson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for Williams. Richardson right side. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. Makes it off the glass. Porzingis has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Here's Patterson. It's rebounded by Dallas. Marjanovic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Porzingis with the ball, guarded now by Patrick Patterson, and now they decide to foul intentionally. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Doncic finds Richardson to the right side. The wide open look here for Porzingis. That 3 off the mark. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Trailing by 13. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand for the Clippers. Mann's checked in, and it's Kennard in for George.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Inside, here's Marjanovic. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Out to Morris. 6 to shoot. The 3. The rebound by Marjanovic.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
To the paint. Here's Patterson. The shake. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Mavericks leading by 15. There's 57 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Fires for 3. Morris with the rebound. The Clippers have gone 3 of 8 so far in the 3rd quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. And Patterson kicks to Kennard. And the wide open shot from Morris. Los Angeles with another miss.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Clippers trail by 17. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Finney Smith kicks to Burke. Powell dishes to Burke. Passes it to Brunson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. It's Jackson with the drive, and the dunk by Jackson.
The quickness of Reggie Jackson, terrific. Superb at slicing apart the defense with his drives to the rack.
And so it's Dallas, feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So for the Clippers right now, they've got Ivica Zubac. Williams is out there with Jackson. Then there's Batum, and it's man in at the 3, the small forward.
That was simply a matter of the quickness of Williams causing that foul. We'll see if he can cash in at the line.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Pass to Johnson. It's Richardson on the wing. He dishes it to Powell. To the inside, Brunson. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Williams passes to Zubac. Back to Williams. And he banks in the layup. Williams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, defenders like to try to get physical with Williams. I'll tell you what, his strength belies his size.
Finney Smith passes to Powell. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Brunson kicks to Richardson. Fires from deep. No good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Powell. Porzingis is coming in for Johnson. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. He gets that one. And the Mavericks lead by 15.
Nice work inside by Cauley-Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
They get the rebound. Zubac the pass to Patterson. Outside Leonard. Kicks to George. Tries again. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Dallas.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Marcus Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. Doncic against Williams. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
There's an awful lot to like about Doncic, but probably what jumps out at me most is how competitive he is. I mean, he wants to dominate whoever's guarding him.
All free throws good from Doncic. Clippers trail by 15. Williams scanning the floor. And the layup is good. Williams has got 6 points in the quarter.
Quick off the dribble. Gets a step on the nearest defender. Bye-bye, says Williams.
Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And good that time.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Patterson bringing the double. Kicks it out to Richardson. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Yeah, Richardson's got a nice vertical now, and you saw it right there.
Clippers trail by 13. And Williams, here we go, uses the glass to finish the layup.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Williams with the steal. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Here's Patterson. And Leonard has it in the corner. Hardaway against George. Back to Leonard. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Zubac is checked in for Morris. Richardson against Williams. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. Kicks it out to Richardson. Again the miss by the Mavericks. Clippers trail by 11. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Mavericks.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And on the season, this is going to be their third win in 4 games against this team.
And you could see how badly they wanted this win. For 2 very familiar opponents, a win in the season series really carries an awful lot of extra weight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Willie Cauley-Stein.
Well, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in. He was so involved in so many plays tonight, a force on both ends.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this game is over, and they're the only ones who don't realize that.
That's his second personal foul. Coming on at the floor for the Clippers, Daniel O'Toole.
Here's man, Burke covering, and he gets contact. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here's Burke. From deep three-point range, misses there. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. A confident win, and one where... Stunning view of the moon over our broadcast slope. A moment here now to see the numbers for Luka Doncic.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
And now the Lakers starting group. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. And for Dallas, Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. And there's Porzingis. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And that one drops for him. Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason, or in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change, and the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster and You can't fit that square peg into a round hole. Whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around, and I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones.
He doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
First quarter, just over a minute played. James looking around. Gasol. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
Nice timing on the pick and roll there. Good screen. Good catch by Gasol.
Schroeder against Doncic. It's Richardson on the wing. And a miss there on the triple. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Hornets. LeBron left side. It's rebounded by Dallas.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Richardson the pass to CLA Stein. Here's Doncic, and it's Dallas with another.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Doncic against Schroeder. Pass to Gasol. He kicks it to Morris. Just 5 to shoot. Misfires on the corner three for Dallas. They've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. The pass to Porzingis. Porzingis is double. And CLA Stein with the basket on the assist by Porzingis. CLA Stein's got his second bucket tonight.
He has such a strong presence inside. CLA Stein can be a hard man to defend in the painted area.
Teardrop shot. That one doesn't drop. And the Mavericks going the other way now. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
And as long as you do that, you put yourself in a good position to win, no matter if you're home or away.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. James Johnson's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Now here is Hardaway. After LeBron James's miss. Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And finished off by LeBron.
Such blinding speed on the drive. I mean, James is a force of nature when he's on the attack.
It's Richardson on the wing. And stolen by LeBron. And here we go. Fast break. LeBron's got it. A rebound by Johnson.
He's gone off the rails this quarter. It's a bad time to do it. I mean, if they're needing to fight from behind.
Back to Porzingis. Kicks it out to Richardson. Porzingis trying to get free. Richardson, no luck. Lakers trail by 4. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And that one's good. Marjanovic.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Lakers trail by 3. The shot and game clock separated by 4. It's LeBron with the drive and finished off by LeBron.
Man, you gotta love watching James Scott for the slam. I mean, demonstrating how high he can get up off the drive.
Here's Brunson, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Here's Caruso. Here's Harrell. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Mavericks on. Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
They've got Dwight Powell. Hardaway is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Doncic, and it's Kleber in at the 4-man position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Here's Brunson. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts. Here's Caruso, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Yep, that one goes. And here are the Mavericks now. Now here's Brunson. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Oh, good D by Jones. And it's Jones with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. They trailed by 1. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
Yeah, the offense looked cohesive last night. Whatever challenge the opposition presented, they answered with confidence.
Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Burke comes in for Luka Doncic. Dallas with the ball. Hardaway kicks to Brunson. Pass to Powell. Shakes him. And the layup is good. Powell's got his first basket of the night.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Schroeder against Brunson. Schroeder dishes to Jones. And again, the Lakers no good. Mavericks leading by 3. And that one's good. Marjanovic has got his second bucket of the night.
The movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
Outside for Caldwell Pope. Kuzma passes to Jones. Back to Kuzma. And the basket by Jones. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden. I mean, he shoots that step-back 3, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer. Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on it. Lakers trail by 3. Schroeder outside to the paint. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Jones. Out to Morris. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Good on the 7-footer.
Oh, and Caldwell Pope is not shy about letting it fly, about getting one up. Such a nice stroke.
Brunson scanning the floor. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Schroeder finds Jones. Puts the move on, and the layup is up and in. Jones has got 4 this quarter.
Look, that's a nice play. You need low post scoring to keep your offense balanced.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. The Lakers also changing it up. Marcus All's checked in for Damian Jones. Alfonso McKinney comes in for Morris. And it's LeBron in for Kyle Kuzma. Shot from 16. Keeps it alive. Great positioning on the putback. Cauley-Stein's got his third basket of the night.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Schroeder.
And that's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Here's Doncic, rejected by Gasol.
Wow, trying to challenge Gasol, big-time two-way player. He gets it done on both teams.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Caruso, the pass to Gasol. Over Doncic. Gasol, no good. Richardson outside. Here's Cauley-Stein, and that would have counted, but his shot was, and some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Maverick.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Now that the unicorn is healthy, Shaq, we're getting a better idea about the full. And
as we get to this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. One guy who's been getting it done is Jalen Brunson.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So the Lakers 5 right now. They've got LeBron James. Harrell is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Caruso in at the 1.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
Kicks it out to James. Tipped away. Gasol on the high post. And finished off by Gasol.
An elite passer at his position. I mean, James always seems to make the right decision.
And LeBron James still the face of the league as he goes into his mid-30s. The impact he's had on this sport is really immeasurable.
Come on, Jerry. I mean, he's one of the most recognizable athletes in the world. I mean, it's scary to think that LeBron can still turn it on and take over when he needs to. And you know what? Playoff LeBron is a very real thing.
On the wing, Doncic. Covered by LeBron. Cauley-Stein. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. They get Marc Gasol.
Well, that's the length of Cauley-Stein. He's a nuisance for any opponent. He uses that to his advantage in how he draws fouls.
James Johnson's checked in for Dallas. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. They lead by 1. Pass to Horton Tucker. Here's Caruso. Feeds it to Harrell. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Doncic outside. Lets it go from deep. They get it back. Lakers leading by 3. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's on Luka Doncic.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Cauley-Stein. And it's Powell in for Johnson. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Doncic. And the shot is good. Doncic has got 8.
The defense tried, but Doncic gets through. Luka able to put a smooth release on the shot despite the contact.
Here's LeBron, and the dunk by LeBron.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Powell kicks to Kleber. Doncic outside. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
LeBron outside. Gasol trying to free himself up. James, no good. Mavericks trail by 4. Here's Richardson. So it's Richardson with the jam.
He was such a smart player, such a smart player. Richardson understands the value of the fast break hoop.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Here's Horton Tucker. Richardson cover. Horton Tucker's shot is off. And an intentional foul right there. A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. It's stolen by Jones. Now the Lakers on the break. Here's Schroeder. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Off target from three-point range.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add
up. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Richardson the pass to Marjanovic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Mavericks shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. First one falls for him. That one drops. He ties it up. Here's Schroeder. He's got 6. 52 seconds left to play in the third. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Schroeder outside. Shoots over Brunson. And again, the Lakers no good. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. It's Powell on the wing. Back to Marjanovic. Now here is Hardaway. He's tightly guarded. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And so he makes both from the line. For Dallas, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Runs in the pass to Marjanovic. It's good. Marjanovic has got 6 points in the quarter.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Just 3 on the clock. That shot misses.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Mavericks ahead, ending the third quarter on a 12-4 run. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Porzingis, Jalen Brunson out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein, and it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. James wide open. It's rebounded by Dallas.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
The shot by Cauley-Stein, no good. Lakers trail by 4. Schroeder passes to James. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Schroeder dishes to Caldwell Pope. Clock at 6. Goes back up. And it's Schroeder missing.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith, and it's Burke in for Richardson. Lakers have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. And they pick up 2.
And the way James dominates on the offensive end, making it look effortless tonight.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Lakers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Here's LeBron. And finished off by Gasol.
This is why you got to put a body on Gasol. Great size and anticipation on the black.
Doncic outside. Always shine in the post. Working on Gasol. That one goes. Count it.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
Schroeder outside. Lays it up off the glass. Schroeder's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
Here's Doncic. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
LeBron kicks to Harrell. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're down by 2. 1:43 left in the game. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Luka Doncic.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
During that break, Frank Vogel had some real words for his team. He said, we're too concerned with their shooters right now. We've got to close off the inside. They are gutting us. He pleaded with his guys. Come on, let's take a stand. Kevin?
Luka Doncic again. Doncic has got 14 points now in the second half.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
Here's James. He feeds it to Gasol. That one doesn't go. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Doncic. Money!
You just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch. That's size winning out. I mean, he needed every single inch to haul in that one.
And the Lakers call time here. They trail by 4. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth. And the Lakers making a change here. Schroeder's checked in. .34 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
That's a break for the D right there. I mean, he takes advantage of open looks inside more often than not.
And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. Basket here, and this game may be all over.
Yeah, but the main priority, Kevin, has to be taking care of the basketball and using the clock.
To the wing right side. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Off target from outside. Here's James. Unable to get that one. Good work defensively by Richardson. A good look from Doncic. Missed. So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the dub. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. And the starting lineups have concluded. So, Jim, welcome everyone to NBA basketball. D.A.
Well, guys,
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Giles is out there with Ennis Cantor. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Anthony. And it's Simons in at the shooting guard position. And for Dallas, Cauley Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Lillard. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Doncic. Finney-Smith passes to Richardson. Here's Finney-Smith. Dallas moving the ball around.
Refs calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Richardson dishes to Cauley Stein. Richardson kicks to Finney-Smith. Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Shot clock at 5 to the wing on the left. Dallas needs to get off a shot. This one for 3. Tonight, Greg, 2 teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you played.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Lillard, the pass to Simons. And there's the pass to Canner. Here's Simons. Back to Canner. Lillard, right side. Giles, the tip in on the offensive rebound.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Anthony. And now Portland on the break. Lillard, the pass to Giles. Here's Simons. Nifty move. Porzingis with the block.
Porzingis so fast off the floor when he challenges a shot. Helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
Now the Mavericks with it. Trailing by 2. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
And they lost a close one last time they saw each other. And you have to think that it was the foul trouble that really kept them from getting the win.
Yeah, some of their starters had to take an early seat on the bench, and that ruined the rhythm and flow they were trying to establish.
Here's Simons, following the score by Josh Richardson. Back to Lillard. Canner, high post. Inside. Pass to Giles. Dishes it to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Giles. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, quick thinking, wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one, and then they made good adjustments along the way.
I thought their game plan was really spot on, and we saw that in their scoring more than anything else.
Now, here's Doncic. He's averaging just around 28.5 points a game, so many offensive skills in his toolkit. Here's Anthony. The lead is 2. Passes it to Canner. Tries from 7. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Porzingis passes to Cauley Stein. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
How about the vision from the young Latvian Porzingis, showing he really can read the floor and capitalize.
There's a minute left in the first. Poked away and stolen by Cauley Stein. Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Now, here's Doncic. Boy, was he something else against the Clippers. Back to Richardson. Down low, tries from 10. Dallas, no good that time either. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Jones. Gets a hand on it, and staying with the play, Anthony.
You know, you have to like the activity from your superstar. Anthony staying involved even off the basketball.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. Now here's Marjanovic. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. Trey Burke comes in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. And Portland with a change here, too. Robert Covington's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. A three from McCollum. The rebound by Marjanovic. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Burke. And it's blocked. And he gets it back. The pass to Marjanovic. Takes the three. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 1. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vamonos. And, guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Man, why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
James Johnson is out there with Maxi Kleber. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Brunson in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And Portland making a change here. Covington's checked in. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. He can't hit that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way, and Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. The Mavericks trailing. Now Brunson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Kleber, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Trent passes to Covington. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Covington's got the lead up to 4 now for the Trailblazers.
Well, Covington has made himself a viable and legitimate three-point shooter. How about that one?
Johnson dishes to Powell. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And the Mavericks with possession here. And Brunson has it in the corner. 5 on the clock. He kicks to Johnson. A shot by Kleber. Wide open. Dallas no good that time either.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Hood can't get it to go. Mavericks trail by 4. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
I think this is where Powell is really trying to improve, right? Sacrificing his body, taking it right to the defense.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Zinkas, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for James Johnson. Richardson, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
Boy, gentlemen, you just love to see that aggressiveness. He's not afraid to get after it.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Lillard with the bucket.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Finney-Smith kicks to Richardson. The A wide open look here for Porzingis. But they get it back. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Finney Smith. Off target with his three. Portland's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum. And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Powell, the pass to Finney Smith. The three for Doncic. And it's Portland with the rebound. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejections.
The best defenses do a great job of protecting the rim. That team did not give an inch. They defended and contested every shot.
Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Shooting foul as the whistle. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
A different look for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Powell. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Portland also making some changes. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones comes in for Hood. And it's Simons in for McCullough.
And I think for Luka Doncic, one thing he showed right away is he was prepared to be an NBA player. And the fact of the matter is he could be an all-star for a long time moving forward.
Cauley-Stein's shot is good.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Lillard fires away from way outside. No good on the triple.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
From deep, Lillard with the bucket. Lillard's got 11 here in this quarter alone. 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trail Blazers.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome. The first quarter for the Trail Blazers was fairly even. Some good action during the period, as it was just a one-point game at the end of one. And that'll...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers, they've got Derek Jones. Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Simons in at the 2 guard. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. A 2-point game. Lets it go with the 3. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound. The Mavericks shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Here's Porzingis. A shot off that time. Good D by Covington. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting 41% for the game. Trent can't hit.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
And it's Richardson slamming it down.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Lillard attacking. Doncic with the block. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. Doncic with the steal. And here we go. Mavericks running again. Cauley Stein against Cantor. The shot by Cauley Stein. No good. Pass to Covington. Here's Lillard. Banked in off the glass. Lillard's got 13 points. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid. Now he's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. From deep three-point range, doesn't go for him. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And how about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
Out to the right wing. Covington with the steal. Outside, Jones. And he's fouled. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. Something that's kept this game close is the fact that
it's a great dunk.
Freakish.
He's an athletic freak.
Wow.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Burke, the pass to Marjanovic. Outside Hardaway. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. Powell kicks to Hardaway. Dallas moving the ball around. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Marjanovic has got his second basket of the night.
Well, hard blue-collar work ethic on display. This guy just beating everyone to the ball.
And a wide-open look for McCollum. No good on the three. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game. Mavericks trail by 5. Brunson scanning the floor. It's up a 3. Offensive rebound. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Brunson. Here's Burke. No good with the triple.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Back to Covington. Nice move. And that's 2 points on the layup. Covington's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers.
Since Covington has arrived in the league, he has come such a long way in his overall game. Great interior work there.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Burke. But they recover it. Here's Marjanovic. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Simon. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Trailblazers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And the first one drops. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Both good from the line that time.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Doncic outside. Hardaway for 3. Misses the shot.
Yeah, this is when Melo's at his best, when he's active on both ends of the floor.
And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with...
Hey, it's all about physical.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for the Mavericks, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Maxi Kleber. And it's Johnson in at the 4-man position.
Works that one inside nicely.
And here's McCollum. From deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. McCollum's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Mavericks trail by 10. Doncic with it. Passes to Kleber. And Kleber slams it in.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Here's McCollum. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Porzingis is coming in for Johnson. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jalen Brunson. And it's Richardson in for Hardaway.
What strength from Lillard. Just not allowing the defense to have the last word.
Doncic finds Cauley Stein. Richardson gets a wide open look. Traps in the tray.
Well, he showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
Lillard, the pass to Giles. Doncic against Lillard.
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk.
And the pass to Cauley Stein. Richardson outside. He feeds it to Cauley Stein.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Lillard out to Hood for the 3. They get it back.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Just to Porzingis. Dallas moving the ball around. The tray. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Giles has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Lillard way outside. Portland with a new 14. Hood kicks to Lillard. From deep. And it's Lillard again missing. Mavericks trail by 9. Looking to get it going. And Doncic gets it to go.
Boy, what body control from the Slovenian forward. Doncic comfortable taking on all challengers.
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Out to the wing. Giles the pass to Lillard. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Cauley Stein's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Back to Richardson. It's deflected. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Cauley-Stein, a serviceable shooter at the line. Let's see if he can make them count.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Powell, he's jacked in for Porzingis. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Burke, he's jacked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic.
He's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line. Gigantic shots like that have to help Powell's confidence. Quality look.
Lillard, the pass to Covington. Lillard against Brooke. Whoa, that was a strong dunk.
That is nice. This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
The putback, it counts. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Lillard with no one around. It drops.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Brunson kicks to Hardaway. The three-pointer, no good. So the Trailblazers win it. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.